Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Palembang. In previous episode we're fighting against Portuguese, then Ayutthaya declared war on us and all that. So things have escalated quite a bit. But we've won at least one of the wars already, so we're no longer at 3 wars. And Portugal is currently fighting also against Spain. And Ayutthaya just can't get their troops in here. We can peace out Langfang separately. And then slowly but surely we can hopefully force Ayutthaya into some sort of a small piece. But first we need to probably... Oh, alright then, more Navy tradition. I like the sound of that. Another Navy uprising in Sulawesi, but that should be pretty easy to deal with. Oh yeah, there we go. That should be done in a few moments. Hey, easy to complete it. And these are now heading to Sigalang. Got built at 21 though, so that is a little bit concerning. We do have higher taxes and higher infantry shock at that point. Oh, right. Where's the big fleet that we sent out? Suppose we could go ahead and send in the galleys over here. Help with that combat. Well, we were going to win this probably already. Oh yeah, there we go. We sank that entire fleet. I'm going to go ahead and separate that one transport from there. And these two are going to go and catch the Ayutthayan fleet before it runs away. And there we go. That's much better. So we'll go ahead and actually let's reorganize these. Get most of the ships that are heavily damaged out of here. So this fleet will stay here, and then the other fleet will get back to the Strait of Johor. We can probably go ahead and, well, you know what? Do we need another transport? Technically speaking, yeah, we might. But at the same time, no, probably not. So to get this in here, we'll disband it. That's going to give us a bit of sailors. Well, it would give us a bit of sailors if we could get more sailors, but right now we can't. Let's go and give orders to repair the ships. Those will return soon enough, and yeah, now Langfang is moving away. Let's head down this way and de-siege Kapit, and then slowly push through Borneo. Oh, well, there we go. We'll capture another ship, or sank another ship at least. Hey, and the plantation down here is almost done. It's a tea plantation. Sunda claimed a province from us. Right then. Oh, right, yeah, Bali is on the enemy side for Sunda right now. Bali, Bandra, and Beral. Honestly, this might be the perfect time for us to... Well, once we deal with either Portugal or Ayutthaya, then declare war on Sunda to catch their fleets out, and we might... Actually, how much do they have troops? They have 43,000. That's a bit more than I can realistically speak and deal with right now. Right, and we still need transport to get through there. Group blacklisted. I'm going to say the small prestige hit right now. We've got a couple of transports down here. Ah, right, our vassal is fighting against Ayutthayan fleets over there. We do still have the fleet hunting fleet here somewhere. Not entirely sure where it is, actually. It might be this one. Yeah, it is. Okay. That will be going to repair probably soon enough, but yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. And Ayutthaya does not have much of a fleet anymore. Nor does Langfang, for that matter. Yeah, we'll go and de-siege this. It's only a level 1 force, so that should be very quick siege. And then we can slowly force them down into the corner. I don't know if they actually got military access through Beral. No, they don't. So yeah, they won't have a way of escaping from there afterwards. Right, so let's have a look at Langfang. If we wanted to take a peace deal from you, I wanted to get those two. That's going to be a lot of war score, so we'll just need to... Actually, we'll take a slightly less money, and we'll put war operations there, so we'll go for 100% war score. So that's going to give us the 2 provinces in here, then... Oh, hey, there we go, we got colony completed. This might be the perfect time for us to then go ahead and start colonizing the remaining stuff inland over here. Because I'm willing to get some troops there to guard that area now that I think of it. We could always, I suppose, just build some new marines. Yeah, you know what, we'll do that. We'll send over there and we'll go ahead and get... There's only 1,000 men in there, so 2 marines will be more than enough. There we go. So Ayutthaya is not much of an issue. All right, and yeah, no. Also, we still need a bit more admin points to complete that. Oh, where they're blockading? Oh, right, over here. Okay, that's Langfang's fleet. Well, we might be... No, that's going the wrong way. Oh, there we go. Now I realise that. Hey, there's a target. Oh. Would you just decide where you're going to? It's constantly just changing directions there. Oh, they're over here again. I might go ahead and catch them out here. As soon as they're locked in, I'm going to fight them in Bintulu. Sooner... Oh, right, there's the loans renewing. We'll fight them in there. We'll have the numbers advantage. They do have much better troops. But we've got more artillery and all that. We should be able to, hopefully, win this. Admittedly, the jungle's not helping us either. So I'm sure that their front line is going to start having some issues soon. Oh yeah, we're going to win it. It's a heavy cost, mind you. We're going to win that. I'm going to send in the Marine Army, without any leader, mind you. Seize that one down. We'll have the other army, Brunei. We're going to kind of just move them along here and de-siege these areas. There we go. And no, we still haven't repaired these fleets. Most of these ships are repaired already. It's just like one ship that was keeping the rest of them back. Right, let's get that core sorted out. So how is our overextension, well, governing capacity? We are 41 points over it. It's not too bad. It's not ideal, but it's not, like, insanely bad. We are going to have another rebellion down here soon enough. Hey, there we go. Brunei's been sorted out. Let's go ahead and get over here. We can defend in jungle. We should be fine. Hey, we can purchase ability. And I wonder, first of all, before I choose that, how is our absolutism? 0. Well, not getting a whole lot, to be fair. And our max isn't going to be a whole lot either. Getting the administration efficiency would be quite nice. But also the edict for multi-devastation would be very nice in Australia. So I'm going to unlock that one, because we are colonizing there again. If we have a look at the devastation, which I presume is down here, there's still areas that are pretty bad, especially down here. So, Princeland will put in the edict for multi-devastation. Sure, no, it's going to cost a bit of money, but at the same time, it's going to get the devastation down rather quickly. But also do it over here. And thus, we're going to actually start getting the most out of these provinces, finally. Most of the other areas aren't too bad, but yeah, that's going to be the reason why I wanted to get that one. Get more out of those provinces, which we have been paying the upkeep for a long while already, but not really getting much bonuses from. Oh, unrest. Thanks, Zhatelier, I guess. Get these two over here, but that does also, yeah, there we go. Our font is a little bit better. Malacca is still giving money to our enemies. Malacca, you are going to have to pay for that. Sooner or later. You can count on that. There we go. We de-siege those. Oh, and there's the unrest, or the native uprising we're dealt with. Bazaar has me as a rival. Alright then. Everyone wants to get into this little party over here. Oh, right, goes to Java. So there's a bit of combat down here. Now, how long until the Brunei siege is done? I mean, it's going fairly quickly, so I'm fairly confident that it will be done soon enough. Let's go ahead and combine these two into one. So there's Zhatelier ship over here sailing past Australia. We've got our big fleet over here still hunting down stuff. We'll just take the light ships out of here as soon as we can. They can start doing a bit of privateering already. Question is, where do I want? Canton would actually be quite a bit of money. On the other hand, we could also... Oh, remember, Lucas would be quite a bit. Siam would be okay. Not a huge amount, but somewhat okay, I guess. Philippines would be a bit of money. Zanzibar might not be a whole lot right now. Colonise Triangle, a tiny bit. I think Canton is where it's at right now. Now they're giving military access down there. I suppose we can just get to Tarakan then. Seize that one down. And ooh, Portugal is low enthusiasm. Okay, but it's if we don't take the money, although I would like the money, but if we don't take the money, can we take the islands that we wanted? I'm not even trying to take that much area, to be fair. But no, not yet. It's not too far off, though. So if we just wait for... Well, actually, only going to get +1 from there. But I suppose Portugal's going to be getting more and more war exhaustion, so sooner or later they will have to retreat or concede, and we'll also reduce the war exhaustion on our side a little bit to reduce unrest. Oh dear, we lost a general in our army. Oh, that's a wee bit unfortunate. We could always just recruit another one. 413, I mean, it's not the worst. Oh, we still didn't win the siege of Capit. We'll get that eventually, but it might take a while. Oh, there's the uprising. Well, they're going to have to take a while to siege it down the fort. If they're even going to start sieging it down. Oh, we got a bit of a combat down here. Privateer fleet heading up north, fighting against Portuguese. Alright then, not ideal. Yeah, we lost 4 of the ships. We sank 1 of them, but they did capture 3. There we go, so we've got Tarakan. Let's actually have a look. Langfang is down to medium enthusiasm already. Of course, they will not be taking this sort of peace deal yet. What we're going to do is we'll actually go ahead and get the Marines, I think. Back down here. We'll keep this army just blocking the... Oh, right, I think they might be going around. Actually, is Langfang down to 12,000 men total? They are, okay. We'll just go ahead and siege down that one. Oh, proceeding to door. Bro, I don't really care about your opinion of me, to be fair. Oh, right, so they moved down to the coastline here. Unfortunate, but yeah, with the Marines, we might be able to deal with that. And Portugal, are you still... Oh, you would be willing to take this peace deal now. Oh, can I actually take some money then? In addition to that. 260 ducats. You know what, that would remove a whole lot of these annoying fleets that we're dealing with right now. We can bring in more fleets to deal with the blockade of Ayutthaya. So I'm going to take that. There's still going to be a lot of provinces for us anyway. Start coring at least some of that. So little by little, we are winning these wars, and I suppose we can send this fleet back to... we'll just get it back over here somewhere. Get to Andaman. And then from after that, we can get into the inner areas over here. So start blockading Ayutthaya utterly. Hey, there we go. So now we're capturing the Ayutthayan fleets, which were still around. Not a whole lot of them anymore. So that's good. Oh, and yeah, they managed to siege down Indrapura. Or parts of the provinces. Oh, that was actually Indrapura directly. Okay. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. How much do we still... we still need another, I don't know, 60, 70... Actually, probably closer to 100 points total to core everything, but that's alright. Relations improved. Oh, how? You know what? I'm not going to question it. Sulu. You know what? I'm going to give a bit of help to the traders right now. There we go. That's another province seized down. And then we'll go ahead and move along here with the bigger army to deal with the armies trying to get to Sumpit. So how is Langfang? We got a decent war score against them. It's 60%. It's not quite enough yet to force them out of the war. But it is getting closer. Getting a lot closer, in fact. And the idea is we'll just take these and transport these into... Which jungle are they going to go for? So they're probably going to go up this way next. Get the troops standing on the jungle already. Oh, bit of a naval combat of Flora Sea. Well, we should still be hunting down the enemy fleets. And how... Oh, yeah, we're actually not that far off over here. So we'll just go ahead and get into Cape Mao and Gulf of Siam and maybe even Cameron Bay and just blockade all of that. Oh, actually, Champa has already been blockaded by Bengal, or something is blockading there at least, and Bengal is sitting down. So who are you fighting? Davia and Bengal, and then Shushun and you. Hey, there we go. Captured another 2 light or transport ships actually. So our fleet hunting duties over here are going rather nicely. And then yeah, we'll just go ahead and I guess we'll leave a bit of heavy ships there. Go to Gulf Siam. We might be leaving a bit too many ships in here to be fair. Oh, they've got even more troops. Wow. How much does Ayutthaya have troops? 140,000. Okay, yeah, that's fair, I suppose. Duplicating most of their stuff, I guess what we'll do is just, we'll separate another few ships. Send these out to Cameron Bay. So that way we can blockade most of the coastline. That's actually a whole lot of war score for us already. Lost 14 from the ticking war score, 7 from battles, and then... Well, there's a lot from blockades, I suppose. A little bit from sieges as well. Although, once we pieced out Langfang, which actually, where did we... Oh, right, yeah, we're still on our way. They're running away now. We will be getting a river crossing penalty and all that, so it's going to be rather painful combat. But I suspect that we'll still be able to defeat them, despite their morale advantage. We've got a good discipline, thanks to... Well, Brunei's got a good discipline. We don't. Right, that's at least a good leader in here on our side, so that should be an easy victory. There we go. Oh, actually, we stack wipe them. Oh. Let's continue further east, and Langfang is already low enthusiasm. They're not going to be annexed, so they at least would be somewhat more likely to accept at some point. Of course, it's 100 war score, so it's going to take a while for them to actually agree to these terms. Oh, you decided to just go around there. Alright then. Well, I suppose the fort is at least decent on the other side. So as long as they don't go for the fort itself, we should be good. And actually, what we could do... So I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves another bit of artillery down here. And also, maybe another marine in there. Or two, actually. Get a little bit larger army for that. And then, yeah, these are going to just march down here. We'll start sieging down as much of this as possible. And I suppose what I could do... I'll leave the galleys in here. They get heavy ships down here to straight to Makassar. To then see... Oh, well, blockade all of that. Ooh, actually, we can do a bit of raiding over here. Probably not a whole lot yet. I don't think it's quite raiding season yet. Although, well, actually, it might be. Oh, it is raiding season. Oh. Hello. Take this transport fleet over here. Suppose... Oh. Right, they blockaded... Okay. Who do you have military access through? Ayutthaya, and then... See... Dry, Pasai, Mongpai, Kedah, Dali, Egu, Malacca, Langchang, Champa, and Ayutthaya. Okay, so we can't get through there anymore. Alright then, well, I guess we can still siege it down, or blockade it rather, not siege it down. And I suppose we've got the transport fleet in here, so we could, in theory... Wait, is this moving? Oh yeah, it's moving out. Okay, so we could, in theory, indeed, just land the troops over here. Oh, revolt at Comoros. That's going to be painful. We need to send in an army there. Which is probably the Marines from... Yeah, it's going to have to be the Marines. But first we need to build up that army a little bit further and deal with that rebellion. Of course, one of the things that we could do is instead go ahead and bring in these troops here, deal with that rebellion. Then after that we could actually just go ahead and take the Marines to siege down some of the Langfang's area over here. And then take the big army down to deal with the rebellion over here. Although Marines would be better to do the landing there, because they take a less of a landing with the artillery in tow there. They would still take a -1, but it's better than -2. Another 2 corps underway. Miao Mong Mao. Okay, so there's new nations getting released over here. I think. Mong Mao over there, and then... I don't know where the other one is, actually. Well, regardless. Wait, is that? No, that's Andhra. Never mind. So Portugal is now... At least they are fighting against Spain, and it's going to be a bloody war. They've already... Yeah, the capital's been seized down, so they're not going to be in there for too long, necessarily. We've got out of there at least alive, so I'm fine with that. Once we get the reinforcements down here... Oh, right, now you're going through the fort again, are you? You bloody cheaters. A bit of raiding on the side there. Get some reinforcements in there to make sure that we win this battle easily. They got a good general there, but it's not going to be sufficient. There we go. So we'll go ahead and actually just get the Marines back in here. We'll take this one and start getting back towards... Oh, right. Actually, we can just go ahead and land into Sampit. Because they've got on military access with Banjar again. Then we can go ahead and siege down the rest of Langfang, which is low enthusiasm. They're not quite willing to take the peace deal yet, but I suppose war score is now 70%. So we're getting a pretty good amount. But it's not quite yet there. But we do need to deal with the rebellion in Comoros. Because that is... Oh, right. Well, I suppose we've got the fleet in here. We can probably just get this back to Mauritius. For the time being, I don't think we need to have a fleet there currently. And then the Marines, once we are ready, which we've got now 13 regiments. We'll wait for the Marines to be built, and then we'll send them off to West. Marines bring fertility to Capricornia. Ooh, that's quite handy. Right, we should be getting reinforcements to Sampit. Our vassal over here, Brunei, is getting hammered pretty hard. But we're going to be getting into Pazar and then Samarinda and all that. So slowly but surely we can force Langfang out of the war. Oh, there goes truce with Spain. Well, it's been pretty much non-stop war for a good while here. It's getting a little bit, well, I wouldn't say necessarily entirely annoying, but it's getting tedious. Actually, how much have we made a difference for the devastation already in here? It's still pretty high. I suppose it is at least going down. This one's also 14%, but that should be going down a decent bit. Oh, but the 4 isn't right, yeah, because it's not maxed out. That's causing some of the reduction there. Still better than nothing, of course, but yeah, it could be better. Oh, and more Navy tradition. Don't mind if I do. There we go, so 16,000 men. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just detach a siege and push further north. The faster we can get to the fortification, at least there. Although that's going to require, probably quite a bit of troops. I don't know if we'll actually be able to siege that one down. But if we can just siege these two down, at least, that's already forcing the enemies to stay in the corner for the time being. There we go, Langfang. How is the war score? 74%. Still not willing to take the peace deal. I'm sure you will eventually, it's just right now you're not quite there yet. I suppose if we weren't going for 100%, go for like 90% or something like that. Like drop the war operations, perhaps. You still wouldn't take it. But it's not that far off anymore, so at least there's that. But yeah, those troops aren't quite ready. We've still got the blockade going in here, which is fine. We've got one of the Marines, so we've still got one more that we're waiting. But that is almost done. There we go. Let's attach that to the transports. We'll go ahead and sail over here. It's a bit of a long distance. I suppose actually we can do that. For the most part. We might take a small amount of attrition, but I'm not too concerned about that. Still making some money as well, which is nice. Actually, can we build the... No, I don't think we're going to build the manufacturer yet that I want. Never mind. Or rather, where I want. Actually, let's have a look. How much troops do we in fact need to seize it down? We've got now 18,000. We've got 5 Marines over here that we could bring in. Is what I'm thinking. There we go. So, we need 23 regiments. So I guess if we were to bring in these, we should be able to get to 23. And then continue sieging down. We can also do the naval barrage there already, just speed things up a little bit. And since we got the flagship in there, that's already giving us quite a good boost. There we go, the siege has started. They've got good defensiveness in there. My goodness. But not much I can do about that. Now, have the troops arrived yet? Not yet, but we're close. Actually, very close. Langfang, pillaged? No. Though I do wonder, should I pillage them? Actually, no, if we take the province, then the pillaging is not really going to be worthwhile. But yeah, it's still a little bit longer. But I suppose if we can seize down the fort over here, which we will, it's just going to take a while, we can then force them into a peace deal. It looks like the troops have now arrived, so let's go ahead and land in there. It's going to be a bit of a costly landing, no doubt. Because we don't have a general in this army, and they do have a general in there. But we have artillery, they do not. We're going to keep this current ruler as long as possible. Hey, we got some admin points there, good. Oh, Tarakan is under siege. Alright then, so they're going to the north. You know, even if they de-siege some of these areas, there's no forts in here. I'm not too concerned about that. Hey, there we go. We did actually win that battle. Oh, nicely done. Let's de-siege that. And then we'll go ahead and bring these troops back into Indonesia somewhere. Question is, of course, where can we use these troops effectively at this point? Is that... Oh, that's Langfang's areas as well. Okay. That could actually be kind of handy. But also somewhat risky with the Spanish being so much in here. Right, they're DC's Tarakan. But the fort siege is going quite nicely. And it's going to take a while for them to siege down, for example, Kundian. If they try to get that far. Oh, there we go. Let's get these troops back on a boat. And then we'll go ahead and bring these back into, I guess, to Padang for the time being. We'll figure out from there where we need to go. Possibly could just bring them into, well, somewhere around Brunei, maybe. Or land them behind the enemy here. Re-siege these areas, and then, I don't know. We'll figure out once the troops arrive here. So they're going to take a couple weeks, I reckon. Yeah, they're trying to go through here. I think they might be going to Malaya. That's as far as they can. They can't de-siege their capital. And how's the war score still? It's 72%, so it's not a whole lot. Again, if we can get this siege done, that's going to be huge. Yeah, Malaya is the one that they're de-sieging right now. No surprises there, to be fair. Let's actually go on a bit faster speed. Ah, right, so there's the troops. Let's actually go ahead and just get these in here. So we can kind of scare them. Yeah, now they're heading north. Go ahead and re-siege that, rather. Hey, more incense. Good. No. Langfang, that's not the peace deal I want. This is the peace deal I want, but you're not willing to sign that yet. So, we'll just continue on. Kutai will be sieged down soon. That is actually one of the provinces that we need for the forming of Malaya, so we do need to do another war against Langfang at some point in the not too distant future. Actually, we can get to the jungle and get the defensive bonus. The trial. You know what, I'm going to take a bit of points to get the tradition up again. Hopefully we can win this battle. I mean, they got the better... Oh, division plunder. I do want to get some more admin points, I reckon. Because we're still behind in tech there. By quite a wide margin. Oh, well, there we go. They got the -1 from terrain. That's actually a stack wipe. Well. Go and deal with these sieges then. And Langfang... Oh, right, Zhatelier is already medium enthusiasm. I suppose they are taking quite a bit of war exhaustion, all things considered, because of all the blockades, and they're losing a whole lot of money. 9 ducats. Or at least we're getting 9 ducats out of this, so that's pretty decent. We got the ticking war score almost fully on our side now. They've lost 65 ships already. We lost 2 against them. Brilliant government. Oh, I'll take the ducats right now, because that is going to allow us to get another manufactory. And that's going to be in our capital. Not necessarily the most valuable, but it's still pretty good. Oh, Guangzhou Bay, there was another light ship there. Langfang, no. Still not willing to take a peace deal? No, you're not. Well, I suppose once we get that siege down, it should be a lot easier. Hey, there we go. That's a couple of the cores done. That's going to start reducing the overextension. Actually, we have no overextension right now. Now, for forming Malaya, we still don't actually control any of the provinces that we need to. At least not yet. I mean, Palembang is one of those things that hopefully we'll get in a war soon enough. Unhappiness among peasantry. You know what? Okay, I guess we'll take another loan. I was hoping to get rid of loans, mind you, but I guess not. Actually, there's still, of course, the privateering that we could do. Go a little bit down that way, and then where's the... Well, I suppose over here we can do a lot. There we go, that's another 140 ducats. And of course, along the... most of the coastline up here, we can do some convoy raiding. Or the raiding, rather. This one, on the other hand, we can't do. That's actually outside the range. I guess we could also take the transport fleet over here, just outside to do a bit of raiding. Should be fairly quick. Portugal was considered attacking Mutapa. Oh, so they did actually make the peace deal. Maybe. Bali at least made a peace deal. Right, so, oh yeah, the Spanish did manage to take the Portuguese provinces over here. Alright then, and how's, okay, they didn't take anything in Europe. As far as I can tell. Oh, Naples. Oh dear. Oh, and Hungary is getting attacked by Austria. Oh boy. And I guess Lithuania as well. Are they? Yeah, Austria and Lithuania are allied. Okay, so Europe is a mess. Ottomans are bloody massive. What do we know about America? So British Mexico is pretty strong. New Spain is all... Oh. Right, they're still being seized down by... It's a... Wait, so what's that? Oh, right, that's a different war. Maybe that was... Oh, right. Portugal was a... not the main participant in the war, but they got pieced out probably somewhat recently. Okay. Right, well, let's get back to the business at hand here. Which is raiding. Hey, there we go. That's another province siege down. Let's just continue down south. Catch that small army there. I'll do another 44 ducats. So we'll go ahead and pay off another loan. At least one of the loans. It's another 21 ducats. Hey, there we go. Victory Tarkan. And we can go ahead and to Sunda trade, do a bit of raiding there. Another 11 ducats. Not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Another 84 over here, so that's pretty good. And then let's get to Coast of Sarawak. Oh, and that's another uprising down here in Australia, but that's or native uprising in Australia, but that's not too bad. We can deal with that. That's another 50 ducats. Let's get to Straits of Malacca. Oh, well, there we go. Brutai's been seized down. Let's go ahead and stack wipe that. And I suspect Langfang might be willing to take the peace deal soon. They're not quite fully sieged down, but actually, yeah, they would be willing to take a peace deal. Can I actually make you annul treaties with Ayutthaya? Yes, I can. Haha! That's what you get. Oh, right, this was the other marine army over here. And then this one can move back to Sumpit. So now Ayutthaya is alone against us. Are they willing to give me money? Oh, they are. If we had a diplomat. There's actually still more that we could even do. Perhaps we'll go and... War operations. A little bit less money. I like the sound of that. So we get, what, 1,400 ducats and 10% of the income for the next 10 years or so. So that's pretty decent. Ooh, and right, those two provinces that we got are quite expensive to core, but we should actually get that started very shortly. Now we've got 2,000 ducats. Which, honestly, how close are we at? Oh, right, well, actually not that far from embracing the institution. But honestly, we might actually be better off just building more manufactories. Get another 2. And then also maybe upgrade some of the forts. Especially in some of the key locations, like that one. Maybe that one. Build a fort in Sumpit. And, well, there goes the money. We could maybe get another workshop somewhere. But most of these aren't really that valuable, but I suppose we'll do it anyway. We probably should have paid off the loans, to be fair, now that I think of it, but oh well. Right, let's get the main fleet back in here. Crew pack together, and then I suppose we can also get this fleet back. Oh, right, let's do a quick little raid there. And there we go. How much are we making money? Well, that's probably not accurate numbers there, I reckon. Still 13 targets, actually, yeah. So not bad. Let's get that coring underway. So we've got a little bit of extension, but it's not that bad. And the fact that we've got a bit of an area, or larger area up here in Borneo now. So I suppose the next war is probably going to be against Palembang. Now it's going to call in Sunda. Langfang would not join in that, but that doesn't surprise... Oh, Mughals, of course, would, technically speaking, try to protect him. Malacca would be a bit of a problem. Pasai would be a bit of a problem. What about the other options here? So Pasai, you are... Oh, you're not a tributary. Go Malacca, Bengal, and Palembang. Malacca would be a problem. Not so much their fleets, but their armies. Another one, Banjar, you are allied to Luwu and Barao. You're still finding Sunda. What about Luwu? You are allied to Banjar and Barao. Barao, well, actually, we could do landing in there. And then capture that. Oh, yeah, there's a coal province there. Tempting. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you have it already. I'll show you the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.